Hi friends, our next topic is modulation types. Based on the carrier signal nature, the modulation is classified into two types. One is continuous wave modulation and another one is pulse wave modulation. Continuous wave modulation is also classified into two types. Okay, so here continuous signal is sinusoidal signal, that is analog signal. Based on the characteristics of sinusoidal signal, the continuous wave modulation is classified into two types. Okay, so every continuous wave having amplitude, frequency and phase. Based on those three characteristics, the continuous wave modulation is classified into two types. One is amplitude modulation and another one is angle modulation. Angle modulation further classified into two types, frequency modulation and phase modulation. Where amplitude modulation types is four types. One is standard AM, that is conventional amplitude modulation, double sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation, single sideband suppressed carrier amplitude modulation. Next, last one is vestigial sideband amplitude modulation. Again here in angle modulation, angle of continuous wave consists of frequency and phase. Okay, based on those two characteristics, angle modulation is classified into two types, frequency modulation and phase modulation. Frequency modulation further based on the modulation index classified into two types. One is narrow band frequency modulation and another one is wide band frequency modulation. Where in the narrow band frequency modulation, the modulation index beta is less than 1. Okay, so whereas wide band frequency modulation, the modulation index is greater than 1, greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so now coming to the pulse wave modulation. Okay, so here this pulse wave modulation also classified into two types. One is analog pulse wave modulation and another one is digital pulse wave modulation. Okay, so every pulse train, sequential pulse train having three characteristics, that is amplitude, width and position. Okay, so based on the characteristics of pulse train carrier signal, again that is classified into analog pulse wave modulation classified into three types, PAM, PWM, PPM. Pulse amplitude modulation, pulse width modulation and pulse position modulation. Here digital pulse wave modulation also classified into two types, PCM and DPCM. PCM is pulse code modulation and DPCM is differential pulse code modulation. So now coming to the continuous modulation. Okay, so continuous signal is nothing but analog signal. Here for example, here I take the sinusoidal signal. Okay, so this sinusoidal signal having three characteristics. One is amplitude and frequency and phase. Okay, so this sinusoidal signal having the three characteristics, amplitude, frequency and phase. Okay, so in the continuous modulation, message signal is continuous and carrier signal is continuous. Both the signals are continuous. Here now amplitude modulation. Amplitude modulation means the amplitude of carrier signal is varying with respect to the amplitude of the message signal. Here our low frequency signal is the modulating signal. Okay, so I can represent this is a M of t, and here high frequency signal is the carrier signal. This is represented with C of t. this carrier signal having the constant amplitude. Yes, right? Okay. So in the amplitude modulation, frequency and phase of this carrier signal constant. Okay, only the amplitude of this carrier signal will be varied with respect to the message signal. Okay, so here this is the resultant one, that is modulated signal. After modulation, amplitude modulation, we get the signal like this. Okay, so just the carrier signal is fitted inside the or message signal. Okay, next coming to the frequency modulation. Frequency of carrier signal, the frequency of carrier signal is varying with respect to the message signal amplitude. Carrier signal frequency is varied with respect to the message signal amplitude. Okay, so where phase and amplitude of carrier signal is constant. Okay, as the message signal is going to positive or the amplitude of message signal is increases, the frequency variation of carrier signal also increases. That means at the positive off cycle of message signal we get the more frequency or more frequency cycles of the modulated signal. Okay, so here the amount of variation, frequency variation of carrier signal with respect to the message signal is called deviation, frequency deviation. Okay, so based on the frequency deviation, the FM is classified into two types. One is NBFM and WBFM, narrow band FM and wide band FM. Okay, so next coming to the phase modulation. The phase of carrier signal is varying with respect to the instantaneous values of modulating signal. Okay, so here this low frequency signal is the our message signal, that is information signal or baseband signal. Here this one is the carrier signal. Okay, so in the positive off cycle, the phase shift is lagging. Okay, so in the negative off cycle, the phase shift of carrier signal is leading. Okay, so by lagging of this phase shift of carrier signal, the frequency is increased. Okay, so in the negative off cycle, the phase shift of carrier signal is leading. Okay, so in that way the frequency of modulated signal is decreases. Okay, so next one is pulse amplitude modulation. The amplitude of periodic sequential pulses are varied with respect to the samples of the message signal. Okay, so here our message signal is continuous signal and carrier signal is sequential pulse train. Okay, so thus that pulse train having characteristics, amplitude, position and width. Okay, so pulse amplitude modulation in the sense the amplitude of sequential pulse train is varied with respect to the message signal amplitude or samples of the message signal. Okay, so next coming to the pulse width modulation. Pulse width modulation is also called as pulse duration modulation. Okay, so here this is the sequential pulse train. Okay, so this having amplitude, pulse width and pulse position. Okay, so this pulse train having is three characteristics: amplitude, width and position. Okay, so here the width of the pulse train carrier signal is varied with respect to the samples of message signal. Okay, so here the width of the duration of the pulse train is varied. Okay, so our amplitude and position constant. Okay, so coming to pulse position modulation. In the pulse position modulation, position of pulse train is varied with respect to the samples or amplitude of message signal. Okay, so where width and amplitude of pulse train is constant.